Hey everyone, it's Mari. I'm super excited to be here today with you as part of the Honey Bee Stamps Hello Summer release. And I am going to have a process video here for you today using some of the new products from the release. But before I share my process with you, I wanted to show you some of the products that I received to work with as part of this release. And then I'll show you with some projects that I created, how I used the products. I do not have a process video for everything, but I do for one of the projects today. So I'm just going to be showing you some of the products and projects that I created with them. So this first stamp set is called Hello Summer. It is a super cool 6x6 stamp set. And you can see that there's just some really fun summery images and sentiments on here, including Hello Summer and Life is Better at the Beach. So this is just a really sweet set that has the umbrella, the beach chairs, the beach bag, beach hat, beach ball, the drinks, some shells, a little sailboat, some flip-flops, etc. And this is a super cute set that also includes honey cuts, which is fantastic always. And so this is just a really sweet set. Love it. And it coordinates very nicely, as do many of the products that are part of this release, with the Slimline Sentiments Eyelet Honey Cut, which is super cool. And it includes this die that cuts out a scallop border. So then the center part is released, which is your slimline card front. And then it has this really sweet little dotted scallop border. So that's super cool. And there's also some sentiments with this set. And the sentiments include thanks, hugs, it includes happy, and it also includes hello. So besides the border or the slimline die, you also get 4 beautiful scripty sentiments, and I'll be showing you how I cut some of these sentiments today for my project. This slimline die also coordinates very well with the Making Waves long border dies, and this includes all of these dies here. I'm going to show you. Just pull these out of there. So there are 6 border dies that are included in this set, and they include wavy, kind of like you could make your beach sand with that, or water waves, whatever you want. This one, you could also see how you could even do clouds with these if you wanted. More waves, also waves, just different variations of waves. Very, very cool. So there's lots of really cool ways that you could use these with that slimline die cut or honey cut as well. So coordinates really nicely with the Slimline Sentiments Eyelet. Fits perfectly inside this one. You see how they coordinate. So super good. Love that. And now I'm just going to show you a project that I made with those products. So I made the slimline card with that, and of course you can see here, this is the center part of that slimline die, and then that scallop border. I used the wavy dies to make 2 layers of sand for the front, and then tucked and popped up with some foam adhesive all of the little images cut with the honey cuts, and then the sentiment Hello Summer. So super cute. Love this. I think this is a really adorable stamp set. And then of course the slimline dies. Really awesome. Then I also have this palm frond cover plate. This is very cool. So this cover plate then creates the palm fronds for the front of your card, your A2 size card. It's a pretty detailed cover plate, beautiful, and creates just a stunning piece for your projects. Also, that kind of goes along with that same theme of the palm frond is the tropical bouquets. So this is all just you can see tons of different honey cuts that create the beautiful tropical flowers. I'm just going to put these out onto my table here so you can see there's a beautiful big palm leaf. You can see there's lots of foliage pieces. Love this one. I think that's so cool. There's the little vase as well that you can cut, and tons of other beautiful floral pieces, leaves, flowers, lots of intricate pieces and larger pieces. Really cool. And there's another vase as well. So you get a tall, skinny vase and then more of a sort of like a squatty vase. So really awesome, and tons of honey cuts that go along with that set. The really great thing too about the honey cuts in this new release is they will all be deburred, so that they will come apart so that you don't have to cut them apart. They will already come separated. So I think that is going to be a really great feature of the new release. So with that cover plate and with the Tropical Bouquet honey cuts, I created this card. And so you can see the lilac paper there is cut from the palm frond cover plate. So beautiful. I love that. And then you can see this scripty hello sentiment here. That was cut using the Slimline coordinating. So this Slimline sentiment eyelet, the sentiment came from that one. So I just love how fine and delicate that is. I think it's so pretty. And then all of these different floral pieces for this card front came from the Tropical Bouquets honey cuts. And you can see here that there's also a border on this card, and that is from the thin border dies from the last release. And I did use the Craft Perfect December Sky specialty paper for this, and just love this paper. It's amazing. And I did use this for the blues on here, and you can just see that looks so nice with that really soft mauvey lilac color. I love this paper. It's gorgeous, and there's so many things you can do with this. So this is the Craft Perfect December Skies, and the Craft Perfect paper pads, there's plenty of them in the Honeybee shop that are sort of like really different, lots of really different types of papers in that line. So super cool. So that's the second card that I wanted to share with you. And then moving on through the next products that I had to work with as part of the release. There is another add-on to the House Builder. And so of course, I worked with the original House Builder for the project that I'm going to show you here, but I also used the new Beach House add-on. So I used the stamp. So cute. I absolutely love this. So open, tiki bar, welcome, this way to the beach, waving and hello, all part of the sentiments. And then you've got like a beach sign, a little, kind of like a mobile kind of thing with shells, a life preserver, an anchor, a surfboard or a paddle board and a paddle, tiki torches, some palm fronds, some foliage here, grasses for your vases, the Adirondack chair, beach chair, and then the bike. So lots of really cool stamps as part of this add-on. And this also includes some little starfish, some shells. So cute. I love this. I think that is genius. And it works so well with the House Builder. And also now there is a Beach House add-on. And this Beach House add-on includes, or the honey cuts includes honey cuts for all of these pieces here. And it also includes a little roof piece that's like a grass hut type of thing. And you can see that I have some extra pieces here that I cut that I didn't use, but this one I cut from Craft so that you can kind of get an idea of what you can do with that. But there's tons of other honey cuts in here too. You can see all of them. There's lots and lots of pieces that are extra. Like there's a honey cut for these, but there's also extras. Like there's one for a little palm tree and that sort of thing. So super cool. And I will show you the card that I made with that set. So I made this little tiki bar or tiki hut, and I created the paper for the roof that I cut with that honey cut there for the roof. I created that by just taking paper strips. Well, first of all, I took a piece of cardstock and I added a bunch of different distress inks to it, like antique linen and scattered straw. And then what I did was I took that paper that I had distressed and I cut it into strips and I glued it onto another piece of paper. And before I glued the pieces on, I kind of distressed the edges with some dark ink, like a dark brown. And then I took that piece of paper that had the strips glued onto it and I cut it with this honey cut so that it was in the shape of the roof, so that it creates kind of like a really textured, pretty realistic looking roof for my little tiki hut. I used the honey cuts to create this little palm tree on the side, and then all of the other honey cuts to create the different little bits. The board that these are on, I just cut a strip of paper and then glued those on. And then you can see the little fence and whatnot here, all of the little pieces. I actually used one of the window honey cuts from the original House Builder set to create kind of like this little cupboard. And then I stuck all of the little pieces in it and put rentals on the outside of it. And then here's our little wind chimes, or whatever you want to call this, dangly shell piece. And I added lots of details with glossy accents or Nouveau Crystal glaze and some stickles, and also a little bit of that Craft Perfect silver cardstock again there. So, and then I just did an extra little piece on the inside there. And so that's a really fun summery card that you could use for lots of different occasions. Now, the project that I'm going to take you through today is this card here. And you can see, once again, I used that December Skies Craft Perfect paper pad to create a lot of the details for this card. So I'm going to take you through this process. So let's get right to it. Okay, so here we go. So here's that December Skies paper pad again, and I did cut a panel for the front of my card using some of that paper and the stitched rectangle dies from Honey Bee Stamps. Now I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock. I have that on my waffle flower media mat, and I'm just going to blend on a bunch of different blues from Distress Oxide inks. And you know what? If you want to try this, just use whatever colors of ink you have. And I honestly just went through my stash and picked a whole bunch of different colors of deep blues. And I just really wanted to create just a really pretty kind of multicolored panel to die cut out my tropical bouquet pieces for the front of my card. So you're just going to see me here just going through blending on with my Honey Bee Stamps blending brushes. And I don't really care if it's a perfect blend. That's not going to matter because I'm going to die cut from this piece. So now I'm just going to take some shimmer spritz. This is just a really pretty sheer shimmery spritz, and I'm going to just spritz that on there in a cardboard box on my desk just to protect the rest of my space from that overspray. And I'm going to just take that off now and dab up the excess, and that's going to give just this most beautiful distressed and shiny and shimmery background for me to go ahead then and die cut out all of those different beautiful florals for my card front. So I'm just going to take a bunch of those tropical bouquet honey cuts. I'm going to tape them down with my purple tape onto that beautiful paper. I'm just going to cut it down so that it will actually fit through my Gemini Junior. And I'm also going to cut this vase from the tropical bouquet set as well. And I have cut that, of course, then again, still from that Craft Perfect. So I'm going to take that panel that you saw me cut out there earlier. I'm going to adhere that down to my card front, and I'm going to pop up that little vase on using some craft foam bits. And now I'm just going to play around with all of those different die cut pieces to create my little bouquet of flowers in my vase. And I am popping a lot of these up on with foam adhesive as well. And I have cut out the centers of those, or little pieces for the centers of my flowers, with some of the really pretty silver shimmery paper from that Craft Perfect December Skies paper pad. I love that paper pad. It's gorgeous. And what a great place to get some beautiful embellishments from, simply by die cutting that beautiful specialty paper. I think it's just so pretty. And now you can just see I'm taking all of those die cuts, placing them, just kind of deciding where I want to put them, using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to help me out here a little bit as well. And love how this is looking. I think it's so pretty. Now, I did want that vase and those florals kind of off to the side a little bit, because I wanted to balance the card off with this beautiful scripty thanks, which is of course from the Slimline Sentiments eyelet border die. And I love these sentiments. They're so pretty. The font is gorgeous. So I just love it. And I'm just going to embellish my card with a few of these little silver stars that I cut using the honey cut from the Victorian Bouquet again. And I'm going to use a beautiful silver shimmery frame, and that is cut from the Rectangle Thin Frames dies from the last release, and again from a really pretty paper from December Skies. Now I'm going to just embellish my card, like I said, with those little silver pieces from the Victorian Bouquet set. Not Victorian Bouquet, I'm sorry, Tropical Bouquet. I don't know why I'm calling it Victorian. And so I'm just using my Studio Cadia wand here to stick those down onto some little glue dots that I have placed with my Nuvo adhesive. And I'm just going to get those in place, and my card is going to be finished. I have linked up to all of the products that I have shown you today on for my project, either the products that I showed at the beginning of the video or the products that I have used in my project. And so make sure you check out the links in the description box below to all of the things that I used today. I love this release. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And I think that there's so many things that you can do with the different pieces that are part of the Hello Summer release. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Make sure you check out Honeybee Stamps in all of the social media platforms, and have an amazing day. Hope to see you back here again another time. Bye-bye.